Sandland is a special manga, not because of a revolutionary story or character, but because it was written by one of the greatest mangaka, Akira Toriyama, who passed away just weeks before his precious manga was brought to life in a new anime adaptation. A series that would expand upon the original material and feature a new story arc overseen by Toriyama himself. Meaning that this new Sandland arc is likely the last story that we will ever get to experience from this legendary creator. So what can we expect from it as it continues to air throughout the spring season? The first 7 episodes premiered earlier this March and adapted the entire 14-chapter run of the manga, with the 7th episode teasing a new story arc taking place in the mystical Forest Land. Co-produced by the highly acclaimed Studio Sunrise, who previously animated Cowboy Bebop, Code Geass, Gintama, and other highly rated anime. They were joined by 2 other studios who contributed unique 3D animation that really accentuates Toriyama's refreshing art style. The original story immerses us into a futuristic desert-like planet, not unlike Tatooine from Star Wars, a series that Toriyama notably drew inspiration from in many of his works. Visible references are littered throughout the story, from the barren wasteland to the mythical great dragons, one of which attacked the main characters at the beginning of the story. In this desolate land without rain, the king has monopolized the only remaining source of water, leaving a sheriff named Rao no other choice but to search for the long-lost spring down in the south. Joining him are the childish but very powerful demon prince Beelzebub and his friend/Santa Claus, Thief. Together, the unlikely trio sets off across the desert to find the lake, being closely followed by the greedy king and his royal army. There's nothing particularly revolutionary about this straightforward tale, but several elements keep it entertaining, such as the back-and-forth banter between Beelzebub, Rao, and Thief. It's fun to listen to their conversations about the differences between human and demon societies, providing both comedic moments and developing the world. Beelzebub, the young demon prince, is especially endearing. When asked to list something demonic he's done, he cites the moment he skipped brushing his teeth and went to bed late. Not exactly supreme overlord levels of evil. The side characters are equally as fun, highlighting Toriyama's skill for visual gags. A callback to his first successful and wildly popular manga in Japan, Dr. Slump. Behind a comically fat king, the true brains of the throne belong to Commander Zhao, who is literally a floating anti-gravity ball with a head and hands. Think Baron from Dune, but even more ridiculous. There's also a group of vigilantes who run around causing trouble in their underwear, or maybe swimsuits since they're called the Swimmers, even though they've never actually been swimming. But what really sets Sandland apart from other shonen manga is Toriyama's effortless skill in storytelling and paneling. Let's take a look at how the first chapter cleverly tells us all that we need to know about the relationship between humans and demons. It opens with Beelzebub attacking a vehicle transporting the king's water. What's going on? It's those damn demons. Hey, asshole, that hurt. Other than the fact that I should never be a voice actor, we've learned 2 things about the humans and demons. Demons avoid harming humans and choose to coexist with them in relative peace. Beelzebub only attacks the vehicle for access to safe drinking water, unwilling to pay the extraordinary $900 fee for a single bottle. On the other hand, humans have no qualms about harming the demons, open firing on Beelzebub and crew without a second thought. It speaks to the true nature of both species and remains a prevalent theme throughout the manga. However, in just a few pages, we learn that not all humans are necessarily bad, with Beelzebub giving a portion of the stolen water to a thirsty young child and his village. By contrasting the greedy soldiers with an innocent child, Toriyama is able to express everything that we need to know about humans and demons through the lens of our protagonist, avoiding long exposition that plagues other shonen manga. Sandland is one of the few cases where I enjoyed the anime far more than the source material. The manga struggles heavily with pacing, having critical story beats resolved in a single page or rushing through some of the climactic moments. Beelzebub discovering the long-lost spring was anticlimactic, especially for something that had been built up throughout the entire narrative. Toriyama was held to fitting the manga into a single volume, and mentioned on multiple occasions that he struggled to tell the story succinctly. Conversely, the anime is slower, taking almost an entire episode to cover the Lost Spring plotline and giving it the time that it deserves. Pacing aside, the 3D animation looks gorgeous, capturing the livelihood of Toriyama's innate world. I especially enjoyed the highly saturated colors, emphasizing the fun and adventurous feeling we get when watching a little pink demon traverse through the desert. There aren't any awkward shots that feel rigid or clunky. The characters' movements feel natural and well animated. A testament to the rise of 3D CGI in the world of Japanese animation. Although you'll still have some blockheads who refuse to get over their 2D nostalgia, 3D anime are far cheaper to produce and keep Japanese animators from being run into the ground. I'm not saying that all anime should transition to 3D, but there's certainly some artistic value in the different styles. It might also help us avoid situations like with MAPPA. At the time of releasing this video, the first 2 episodes of the new Sandland arc will have been released. It's a new story written and produced by Akira Toriyama himself, and what is likely the final anime he had ever worked on. The story transitions from a comedic, action-packed political drama to another comedic, action-packed political drama, but this time with angels. Deities with dastardly evil powers to destroy Beelzebub's game console, and on a more serious note, steal a valuable substance that is capable of causing destruction on a massive scale. Ironically, Sandland's second arc features angels as a primary antagonist and demons as a protagonist, flipping the sides of the traditional good versus evil. We're also introduced to my new favorite character of the series, mostly because she rides a badass motorbike, Anne, who is a citizen of the setting of this second part, Forestland. Much like in Sandland Part 1, Forestland is in a state of upheaval against the current political rulers, with Anne serving as a critical member of the resistance looking to overthrow the current power. The new arc is shaping up to be a Toriyama classic, featuring his distinct character designs and comedic but action-packed style of storytelling. So if you're a fan of Akira Toriyama or any of his work, I highly suggest you check out Sandland this season on Disney+, or Hulu if you don't live in Canada like me. It's a limited opportunity to celebrate the final piece of one of the greatest creative minds of all time. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.